So let's go through the box, what we've done so far, So first we did an nmap. We noticed we have SMB, and we have this. So now I'm thinking this. Yeah. Anyway, this is the part that we use the buffer overflow on to get access to the machine. So I don't have the download notes here. We'll put them there. We explored the port. We put it on a Windows machine, the executable Gatekeeper exe, and we were using x32dbg and starting it with this debugger and seeing what happened, what assembler code it was running while we were in there, We were running this fuzzing script, and we got a crash, we got a offset where EIP is put, the address to the EIP in our string. We will write the EIP that it will jump back to after a function is ended. Then we did bad characters, and I don't have the output of this. Maybe we'll just redo it. But I'm thinking I'll just paste a screenshot from the stream. The good part was streaming, right? If you forgot to grab something. Anyway, we got these characters, and then we got some shellcode from Anderson Venom here. A Windows reverse shell on my IP import, and Python format, and these bad characters that we found. Then we inserted it into the script. So the code, we have the 100/6. Yeah, also we found the instructions here. Right, we used Mona to do this. We could also use search. Here we were using Immunity Debugger and Mona. So we can just search for the instruction too. And I have that in my notes too. And the notes are public. Now they're on my webpage too, on fixit4g.com. Notes. So, yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, but I do have a headache. It's just a tiny one. Hopefully it'll just go away. But I feel I'm lagging. My brain is lagging a bit. So I'm thinking when I get into stuff, it'll just work again. So we got the user there, and then we got a hint here that it's Firefox. We tried a lot of different things first, but then we went back to this Firefox hint, and we looked, and there were data on this NatPath that were our current logged in user, the one running the Gatekeeper exe, restarting it when it crashed with this batch file here. So that was the whole box thing, except for this. So we went into the profile directory, and I have fixed my notes since last stream yesterday. And I put the bits in here. So we have notes on it. We found the profiles ini, which didn't really help us. I don't know why we would want to look at it, but the script that we use later, that I'll show you, It asks actually for the directory where this file is in, but it's not what it wants, so I did not read the whole code of that script yet, and I don't feel my brain is up to it. We're not gonna start a new box either, because my brain is not like top. I took some headache pills, so let's see if they work. Maybe we can do a box later. Let's copy the files. So, but we'll do hardware stuff, and maybe we'll just start with desoldering some stuff that I think could be useful to keep, or maybe we'll look at a new. I found a new rotor. I found a old one rather. So I have this one in my trash drawer for things to like desolder stuff from. So I don't know if it even starts. We'll see. We'll have to find a power supply too. We can just play with this. Let's do that when we're done with this one. See if we can play with it. Probably other stuff lying around in my trash drawer too. I have these bins, IKEA bins with stuff. Might just be the circuit boards left, but you never know. So where were I? Yeah, so we set up a SMB server on our local Kali machine, so that and a share, so that the other machine could connect. And here we can see it connecting and authorizing from the Windows Gatekeeper machine. Then, so here's where we connect. So first we do a net use with the user and password that we set to user and password. That's why they're so simple. And then we can check, and I noticed I had put the wrong name on the share, right? So this is really the whole reason for doing these two steps. We could really just do this if we know the share name. So here I changed the share name. Let's actually do this, so it's not so confusing. Because I think in this I have updated, this is the output for the updated one. Yeah, it's called share here, so it will become confusing to have it here. So this is mostly just general information that I should put somewhere else. So let's not wait with fixing stuff. Let's fix stuff when we notice they're off, right? So where is my SMB, my Samba nodes here? There. And then we have connect. So let's copy this bit. And let's go to connect to SMB share. Yeah, this is good enough. But this is Linux from Windows. So let's do net use here. And let's make it less long. List shares. Yeah, I already added this here. So it's already fixed. Yeah, I added this. And we also can do it without the drive letters. And just connect to it. But let's not do that now. This is the usual way, really, for Windows, right? To put a drive letter on it. Here, of course, we don't use a driver letter in Linux, right? Because that's not the way. And also we use this interface, so that's not really what I would use anyway. Yeah, this is what I would use for the same. So, actually not that far, just back to this. So now I'm going to delete this bit, really, because it's just confusing in the box notes. So we're just doing net use. Oh right, I don't have the permissions here. That's why I kept the other stuff. Oh, whatever. I don't want to mess with this now. It's good enough. We could just move these here, but copy the files. So we tried xcopy, and for some reason we got all the permission errors. But robocopy worked first time I wrote the command, so robocopy it is. Next time I will do that first. And I also learned from chat that xcopy and robocopy are both included with Windows now. So I felt a bit outdated there, not knowing that. Then we have, when we have the files locally on the Kali machine, we just kept a listing in there. And we did look at this login info file logins JSON, and we could see that there is encrypted data. And we also tried actually to see if this, as it looks very base64-ish, if it was just base64, but we got binary data back, so kind of obvious when it's also called encrypted username and encrypted password, right? So anyway, I'm like, oh, maybe this is tough to find, but as we were looking at Hacktricks, and they had a link for the script, and it also had 2,000 stars, I was like, yeah, well, we'll run that thing. It's probably safe, right? So I have not read the code for this, but it was also like long. It would have taken an hour to read it all. So I still have the password in the paste, right? And I remember mayor. And then we had the IP, I don't remember it. I don't know if that is a headache or just normal. So, turn 21, turn 2. It was a real easy one, so I should have remembered it from... I didn't actually read it though, I just pasted it. So, yeah, that's probably okay. Another user is currently logged on. If you get a user has to disconnect from this computer. Well, waiting for Gatekeeper Netbat to respond. Netbat is the one that we were before. That's interesting. Activate. So, here's obviously. Yeah, I think it's said. Yeah, it wasn't easy as I thought it was. We just had to wait for 2 seconds for it to what I'm thinking mostly is how do I want to make the screenshots, right? That's the most important thing right now. My brain is a bit funny. It is. Today it doesn't work as it should. Let's already be in. I can't spell let's even. Maybe I shouldn't be streaming. Though that's just normal messiness. So I'm gonna copy the RDP command, so we just have everything in here. And we're gonna make a screenshot, meaning we'll start sharing. So I'm used to being able to trust my brain to just solve everything for me without thinking. So let's make this a bit prettier. And let's F4, because that's where I put my screenshotting stuff. I'm gonna take the whole image and I'm gonna just cut it in. I'm too tired to do anything else on this. So let's just get a bit of this here. Whatever. So I'm all over to the other side. So you all awake. Actually, I have a meeting later, so I hope my brain wakes up until the important meeting for my kid. Also, I was going to start streaming earlier than this, but everything is slow today. So, there's nothing left to do, really. We could look at the script, but I will do that when my head is normal. We could look at other files, too. So, on Firefox here, we did go to hack tricks. And we also saw these three here. But I don't think there will be much data, and I think we will get other opportunities to actually use this. So maybe we can even search for boxes with Firefox. So when I click next, it's going to open this one.